You're not there to weep. You are there because they are weeping, and the world must know. You are not there to show us how you care. You are there to show how they care, so the world can care too. You will not be thanked. You will not be loved, not even by yourself. The words you did not say, the tears you did not shed, will come back to you years afterwards, when no one will remember and no one understands that ink can bring enlightenment, but always stains the hand. That's The Journalist by Graham Davies. This is Thom Hartmann Show. I'm Jeff Smith. Call the number here is 202-808-9925, 202-808-9925. How was your 4th of July? We know some things. We know that the bill was passed and that they rushed it through before the 4th of July so that hopefully memories would be cleansed by planes flying overhead and bands playing down streets and fireworks shooting in the sky. And I think some of the job of journalists and some of the job of policy advocates and some of the job of commentators and some of the job of people who love are concerned about the threats to it. People who love people with health care, love people getting it. It is their job to make sure that memories are not cleansed. Because a cleansed memory is not a clean memory. It is a dirty one, a messy one, a flawed one. So I am wanting to make sure that we remember the biggest piece of legislation that is likely to happen. And I'll repeat my question. I want to create a ranking of the worst pieces of legislation in my life. The bills that actually passed both chambers of Congress and got signed. And I want to know if this is in the worst 5 or the worst 10 or the worst however many. And what else would compete with it? So if you have a thought about that, 202-808-9925. And I'm curious, how did you spend your July 4th? What did you see out there? I should share my 4th of July tradition so that I answer the question first. So I go with my motley family, and that is not a critique of any family member. That is a use of the term because when we gather as a family, the large majority of us are not genetically related. We are a gaggle of people who've come together multi-generationally, and through it started in some degree by the beneficence of my stepmother, who would bring in people into the family. And we get together every 4th of July on the Oregon coast. And we've been doing it, 14 years? It's been a long time. And one of the things that happens there is a parade. And it's a cute, small town, coastal town parade. And some years ago, I was recruited by a devoutly conservative neighbor at the coast to help carry the flag. I believe I was asked because I was tall and strong and clean cut, and therefore of uncertain political leaning. And because I looked like I could, in fact, help carry a flag, which I can. I'm useful at it. And we do a few things. We do a ripple. We do a lift. We lift the flag up like a parachute game when you're a kid. And we do a present. And when the present is, you slant the flag down so the people on one side of the street can really see the flag in its glory. And I am pretty tall. And so I stay here. My basketball height would be 6'5" because they added an inch and a quarter. I'm just a little under 6'4". And hold or somewhat above 6'3", just so you can keep the track as it goes from 3 to 4 to 5. These are the numbers in our numbering system. Okay. So, and I'm pretty good at holding the flag so people can see it. Okay, so this is what I do. I carry the flag. My birthday also falls generally pretty close before, and by generally I mean every single year, not very many days before my birthday is the 29th, and that happens shortly before the 4th. So my wife has come to give me a typically some form of American flag outfit. Okay, so the most common American flag outfit has been an American flag onesie. These have been onesies with full pants, onesies just with shorts. An American flag onesie in shorts is quite a sight. This year, I was given just American flag pants, not a onesie. I don't know what it's called. If it's just pants, it's just pants. It's no one thing, but it's not a onesie. It's just one pair of pants. And then she also gave me a shirt that said pro-American, anti-Trump. Now, to a fashionista, the shirt and the pants were in the same color scheme, but not the same design scheme. So they in my view, they clashed a little bit. But I don't think fashion points were the primary currency of the day. I think her argument was, I know it because she said so, she said, you can't just wave the flag after that bill and pretend you're cool with everything going on. I understand you like to carry the flag. I understand that you're a patriot. I understand you get googly, I don't know, at the monuments in Washington, D.C. and on the 4th of July. I'm a sucker for that stuff. Pro-American propaganda, I'm a sucker for it. She says, but you can't just say, it's all good. Yay, America. You got to do something. So I wore this shirt. And we carried the flag. And here I was, carrying the flag. And to the people who organized the thing, although it's mostly, it's certainly a group of differing politics who carry the flag. I happen to know the flag's owner because he's my neighbor, and he passed somewhat recently. His family, who owns the flag, is very conservative. So I didn't want to flaunt it right in front of their face, but I did carry it, and I was in the front because I carry the star corner. It's, to be clear, when I carry a flag, it's not like a little flag. This thing it takes nearly 30 people to carry it. It's like one of those it's an enormous flag. It takes up, it is just nearly as wide as the street, right? So it takes a big crew to carry it down. I should have explained how big it was. And I heard responses. Most of the responses positive. One of the most frequent responses was, hey, cool pants. Now, the pants were no political statement other than, yay, America. And I'm wearing funny pants. But the shirt had its statement. And I got many more. And to be clear, I'm in Oregon, but I wasn't in Portland. And I was on the Oregon coast, which is, in that town, leans liberal. But not extraordinarily so, because this is also the best 4th of July parade around. And rural Oregon, like rural America, votes how it votes. So, but I got a lot more fist bumps than I got criticisms. I got some bros in a golf cart. Some guys went by yelling Trump. And then one woman came. So after I walked by, she said, "Why would he?" She was talking about me. Why would he? She used the SH word on our country on the 4th of July. Now, clearly, she had not read the shirt. My shirt said pro-America, anti-Trump. So I was not pooping on the country. I was pooping on the president. And I can't imagine a more patriotic thing. Maybe I can. It's hard for me to imagine many things more patriotic than standing up for the country, but criticizing the president and exercising free speech rights. How did you use your 4th of July? 202-808-9925. What was the response? What was the mood? Anything you noticed? What are your reflections after the big bad bill were passed? And I opened the show with the journalist because we now know that Trump intimidated CBS and Paramount, give them $16 million to avoid the cost of a lawsuit and to make sure their merger deal could go through. And just about every journalist in the business thinks an enormously dark day for journalism. We'll be right back here on Thom's Show. It's your show.